Welcome to this week's TubeTalk.
Thank you. We're very fortunate, Jeff, to have you as our host this
Thank
week.
you.
We normally have Kate, but it's school holidays and she's found better things to do with her friends. Rock climbing and such things. But anyway, let's get into it.
Okay, Albert, last Friday in Rotorua we had Shibaya Cossington, who finished third.
Yeah, good run. Had a few good runs last week. Got well back from a wide draw. Track was a bit wet, but maintained a good gallop to run third. Tough effort. She'll go to listed race on the 4th of May now.
And then on Saturday at Hastings we had Passing Shot, who ran a very good fourth.
Very tough, and he's in a great vein of form. Another horse went to the lead, gave him a very tough run, but he hit the lead. Looked like he just got run down. He's in a great vein of form, and he'll keep racing. We'll talk about him a bit later on again, but good run, brave.
And then on Sunday we had two very good resuming runs. Firstly from Rip 'em Up, and then from Mark II.
Yeah, two good runs. Rip 'em Up, fresh up, out of her grade, got back from a wide draw, charged home for fourth. Last section would have been very good. She's in for a good preparation. And Mark II racing over 1200 metres. She's never raced, I think, short of 1600 in her life. So she was outpaced but was getting home good. She's in for a good campaign too. Two quality filly and mare.
That brings us to this week, and we start at Woodville with Goldflake in race 6.
Yes, the big Easter week coming up. Goldflake is looking for more ground and looking for wetter track, but we've got to get her fit, so she'll run. Awkward barrier of 9. The track will be too good for her, but we'll try and put blinkers on, try and get her handy. And don't have great expectations at Woodville for her, but it will just be a means to an end to getting her over ground and waiting for those wet tracks.
And then also tomorrow we have Stardome resuming at Newcastle in race 2.
Yeah, very exciting. Stardome is hopefully heading towards a Queensland Derby. He's got a nice wee barrier draw of 5. He is going to a mile fresh up, so that is a bit of an ask, but he trialled very well. A couple of smart wins in there, but he's certainly a top 3 chance.
And then on Saturday at Ellerslie we have two runners in the Group 2 Champion Stakes. We've got Hazebro and we have Decadence.
And I don't know what NZTR's got against us, but they keep giving us wide draws and big races, and we've got them again. So Hazebro, he's in really good form. Last 2 starts, a first and a third. He missed out by winning last start by a nose, actually ran second and relegated. He's looking for the step up in 2100 metres. It's his 4th run up. Back in his own age group. It's just barrier 3. He's going to have to try and get cover somewhere. And it'll depend how far he is off them, but he'll be finishing well. Decadence, worst barrier draw 16, but she was very good last start in the Group 3 Manawatu Classic. Her closing sectional was superb. She flew home. She's going to have to do the same thing again, but her work's good. And again, if she's close enough on the turn and can track into it, she's certainly a winning chance.
And also on Saturday at Caulfield we have Sir Pippin in race 3.
Yeah, one of our imports. So he won fresh up over 1500 and he's going to 1600 metres. His wins in the UK were over a mile and a half. So he's got barrier 2 with Mick D on board, which is great. But a lot of me expects that a lot of these imports, they might go really well first up, but then they get a bit down and they're already looking for 2,000 metres plus, and he's going a mile. So I do have a question about whether he might get outpaced a little bit over 1600, and he's already looking for 2,000. But he's got the right barrier draw, and so we'll find out. And certainly his form is excellent.
And on Easter Monday at Sandown in Melbourne we've got Starry Beale.
Yeah, another good barrier draw 4. Mick D again rides. Track conditions this far out look good. He should be able to get a nice trip, pretty handy from there, where he should be able to use the barrier draw. Hopefully he relaxes. That's the key over a mile and a half. His last run, his last bit was very good, and I think this will tell us exactly where we're heading, but we're pretty happy with him going into the race.
And also on Monday at Randwick in race 7 we have Obolos.
Yeah, Obolos, so he was meant to run Wednesday at Warwick Farm, but he drew wide. He's drawn wide here again, barrier 12, so not quite sure whether he'll run. He's a horse with a lot of ability, so if he does run, he will be a winning chance, but Chris might just elect to scratch and wait for a better barrier draw. So we'll just have to see. Quite a bit of Trans-Tasman action this weekend.
And finally, we have 3 racing at Rotorua on Monday. We don't have the fields, riders or barrier draws out yet, but they will be Running Man, Ship Shape, and Passing Shot.
So Running Man, he won 2 starts back, and he was only about a length and a half off winning last start. He got back in the field, came wide, made a big run. So he's in good form, he's going well. So he will be a decent chance. And I'd like to see a good or just dead track for him, not too wet. But the weather forecast is looking okay. Ship Shape's still looking for a run. Last start she got in the trail and just simply could not get out. She was locked in the trail the whole way. And so hopefully we get a little bit more luck for her. Blinkers will go on as well, just to give her confidence to push through gaps. And Passing Shot we talked about earlier on. The track last week as well didn't help him. We talked about how he ran well for 4th, but the track didn't suit him. So a slightly better true track would be good. And he actually won this race last year. He'll carry probably 59.5 kilos, so he'll have a bit of weight. And there's a bit of pace in the race, but he's in great form.
And finally, now for the bet of the week.
Well, the bet of the week has been appalling, so we need you to change our luck. Jeff.
Okay, well, we're looking at Santa Catarina in race 1 at Ellerslie
On Saturday.
on Saturday.
And probably not going to pay a lot of money, maybe $3.50. But she ran second to Mactoon, beating the nose. She then came out and she won her last start against the older horses. She drops back to her own age grade. She's got Barrier 1, Jonathan Riddell. She races well at Ellerslie, and there's a bit of form in the race, but it might be a bit of false form. And so she might actually pay a little bit more than anticipated. Anything over $3 I think is great money for her. And I think they're thinking about taking her to Australia after this, so it'll be a good warm-up for her.
Thank you, Albert.
Thank you, Jeff. Fantastic Tube Talk, and we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye. So now you have to push the end button.
And Winks is rounding them up, coming right around the field. Kluger takes an inside run. She's gone for home already, Winks. She beats off Hartnell. Kluger going up the inside. Happy Clubber can't go on. Winks is 2 lengths clear. Kluger sticks on. Then came Hartnell, but she's well clear, Winks, inside the final 100 metres. Today we farewell an Australian icon, the greatest of all time. Winks wins a 3rd, Queen Elizabeth.